Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to answer a question that we get a lot more than we anticipate, and that is, do neurotypical people copy autistic people? Another way to word that is normal people, right? Just your average day Joe, Jill person. Do they copy autistic people? And I'm going to show you this clip here. This is really rare. It's the only time I've ever seen this. We invited a neighbor over, and he's not autistic. He's totally neurotypical. And Ian, our oldest, started jumping up and down when playing video games, as he often does. And this other kid started to imitate him. He started to jump up and down, but it only lasted a couple seconds. He looked over and it was kind of like, why are we even doing this exactly? And then he just stopped the behavior, and that was it. That's the only time I've ever seen someone neurotypical imitate someone who's autistic. The only time in my life. Now, it might happen more. Let us know in the comments if you've ever seen anything like that, but it was just like a flash in the pan, right? And it was over. I think people get caught up into this idea, and I don't really know where it comes from. Maybe it's because they're trying to be nice. Like, hey, maybe, you don't have two kids that are autistic. Maybe one's autistic and one's just copying the other. I don't really know, but we do get that question a lot. And a lot of people, I guess, just assume that one child is method acting and imitating another child throughout their entire life. I don't see how that really makes sense, or how they can maintain that. All of that, facade, basically, that farce that they're just copying their sibling through life. I mean, eventually they're going to get tired of it, right? So yeah, I think the answer is no, like a resounding no, with very, very rare exception. Now, I would say the only time that might be an issue, an exception, would be if you lived out in the middle of nowhere in an absolute bubble, cut off from society, and say you had our situation where you have three boys and the oldest is autistic. Maybe they would start to copy the older sibling a little bit. Maybe you could have a case for that. But the thing is, our kids are constantly out in the public eye. We're going to malls. They're going to school, church, stuff like that. They hang out with their cousins. There's all these different things where they're out in, social situations. And we actually find the opposite to be the case. We find our autistic sons imitating neurotypical people. This is called masking, camouflaging, or passing. I mean, let us know if you know different. Like I said, autism is a spectrum and everyone has different situations, circumstances. I'm willing to hear you out on if you have a different experience. Also, check out any of our other videos if you want to know more about autism and masking and stuff like that. We have a great one where Connor is masking, and it's called Autism Hiding in Plain Sight. So be sure to check that out if you want to learn more. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.